This right here is the easiest drone I've flown in a while. It's the A1 from our sponsor Antigravity, and let me tell you guys, it was a pleasure to fly this drone because it feels like you're actually flying, and I'll be comparing it to the DJI Avata 360 head to head to see which one is a better choice. And honestly, I think that the A1 beats it in multiple ways. So let's get started with that. First things first is the flying experience. Like I mentioned before, I don't fly drones that often. And when I set this thing up, it took me no time to actually learn the controls, especially with this motion controller that you can easily use to fly anywhere you want. You just point and shoot and it goes anywhere you want. Another thing that I really like about this drone is the vision goggles. These are incredible. They feature pancake lenses compared to the flat lenses that are on the Avata's headset, where it essentially shows you just a flat screen as though you have your phone right in front of you. But with these, you're actually flying in the air and you can feel like you're in the air, in the clouds. With these, it's full immersion without any compromise. And with the Avata 360, which is a direct competitor to Antigravity, this thing, even though it's a DJI and it's a very well-known brand, it took me forever to set it up and to start flying. And I'll tell you my user experience with it in just a minute, but let's focus on these vision goggles from Antigravity. Now, one massive difference between both of these goggles, first of all, it's the weight. Look how heavy these are and bulky. Just the size comparison, you can see from the top cam how much more bigger the DJI's goggles are. If we put them down, especially with the battery pack, it gets pretty heavy. And after using this, I definitely felt a little more pressure on my head because of just how bulky they are. And even with the battery pack for the Antigravity, it is still much lighter. And one thing I like about these goggles is that this goes on your head and then it just stays there with a cable attached to the headset for charging. And the rest of your head is free to move around and about. And with that, when you put these on, it feels like your screen is way over there in front of you. So it feels like you're actually out there. So this makes my dream of flying a reality because it is honestly that realistic when you're wearing these and flying the drone. But with these, it's a whole different story. When you put these on, you just have a screen floating right in front of you, like from old generation of VR goggles. And that makes it seem like you're just watching a big screen right in front of you as you're flying. It does not feel like you're in the air like the Antigravity goggles make you do. On top of that, these lenses are just magnifiers, so they just make that larger screen, but it feels like you're looking through a tunnel. And honestly, it doesn't feel as immersive like on the A1 goggles, just because of that 54-degree angle and the exclusion of the pancake lenses. As far as the displays, on these it uses LCD versus micro LED on the A1s. And that's a big difference because you get high quality like the Vision Pro on these, and then standard old generation VR tech. And one more downside with the Avata goggles is that it uses a single display versus being split on the A1s, where it takes both of your eyes and shows you two full images. And if we look at the drones themselves, we can see that the Avata and the Antigravity are similar in size, but here is the crazy part. The Antigravity is 249 grams, which is a limit where you don't need a license to operate this aircraft. Versus the DJI, this one is at 445, and you do need a commercial license in order to operate this drone. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And with that, this drone compacts into a small form factor where you can put these blades down and boom, just like that. Look how small it gets. Compared to the Avata, you can't fold this, you can't do anything with it. You just put a lens cover over it and throw it into the bag. And speaking of the bags, just look at the difference in size. The Avata's bag is much larger, wider, taller, and much heavier. So if I were going on hike, I would definitely take the A1 because it is a much smaller design, form factor, and everything else, so you can easily pop it out and go shoot something in the sky. And now let's get into the flying portion of this video. The big difference here is with the Antigravity A1, I was able to, without any knowledge of how this thing works, just simply say take off, and the drone took off for me. Now with the DJI, it took me forever to find what button you click in order to get the drone propellers to start. And that was pretty frustrating to me because I flew this one first, and after switching to the Avata, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe my eyes. This was the biggest difference that I noticed, is where I can use the free motion mode to fly with the remote controller very easily, whereas on the Avata, it took me a really long time to learn the motion controller and how that worked. And for someone that doesn't fly drones that often, the A1's controller was just more intuitive to use, so I think that anyone can fly this drone without a problem. So flying the Antigravity, it was almost like playing a VR game. It is so intuitive, the controls, everything is easy to look up, it's easy to see all the settings and everything that you're trying to shoot with this thing, and it's pretty incredible. Now with that, the Avata has zero voice control, like nothing. They don't have any support for that. And Antigravity just released their newest update with all this voice control and making it even easier for beginners to fly this drone. Now another cool thing that the Antigravity comes with is their featured virtual cockpit. What this lets you do is fly with virtual cyber-inspired skins like dragons and spaceships, which is honestly what I thought was a gimmick, but while trying it out, it was actually quite fun. And with the DJI, there is none of that. You just get a basic flying experience like a typical drone would. Now, as you're flying on each of these drones, with the A1, you can actually see the preview of what the person is looking at. So if anyone is sitting and watching you, they can see exactly where you're flying, and it makes it a little more interesting. Where on this, it's just a black box. Nobody can see what you're doing, and it makes people around you not as engaged because they can't see what you're doing. Kids love these. And one thing Antigravity included in the A1 drone is the ability to create sky paths. Now what this does is you can set a path in the sky for the drone. So what you could do is put this headset on a person that doesn't know how to fly or anything like that, and they can see all around with 360 degrees like they're flying in the air, and the drone will follow specific paths in the sky for anyone that doesn't want to take responsibility of flying a drone in the air. Now moving on to the 360 degree camera technology, both of these have it, but which one is better? Now Antigravity is incubated by Insta360, which means they have their technology with over decades of stitching and making things look as clean as possible. Whereas on the DJI, it's a fairly newer company for the 360 aspect, and they have some work to do on this, but the win clearly goes to the Antigravity A1 in terms of the 360 degree technology. Now for the editing side of things for the footage, what's nice is both drones let you edit in post, but they handle it very differently. With the Avata, you have to keep the drone connected to your phone the entire time you're editing. On the A1, the clips are downloaded directly to the device, so you can make all of the adjustments right there. This makes the process much more intuitive and seamless. On top of that, I found it clunky and time consuming to get a quick edit done on the Avata. With the A1 though, I can simply hit the AI button and it handles everything for me. I just make quick adjustments to my liking of the framing, and that's about it. Overall, the A1 offers a much smoother workflow and far better usability, especially for first-time users. You get more functionality and creative control out of the A1 to capture awesome drone shots, whereas on the Avata, it requires way more effort to get that perfect result. And here's a side-by-side video quality that you guys can let me know in the comments which one you prefer. Now for flying safety, you can add guards to the propellers on the A1 versus on the Avata, it's already included, but you can't make it any smaller, and plus the weight difference here, as well as the sound difference. Just listen to the Antigravity and the DJI. The Antigravity gets as quiet as 75 decibels compared to 81 on the Avata. So that is a pretty big difference. You can hear the Avata flying in the air versus the anti-gravity. It is fairly quiet and it won't hurt your ears. Now, another safety feature on both of these drones is the omnidirectional obstacle avoidance. Now, both of these have it. The anti-gravity has a little more wiggle room where you feel a little more confident running this drone because the goggles show you exactly where you're flying instead of watching it on a screen on the DJI. But in terms of safety, both of these drones actually do a really good job. Now, with the comparison and everything out of the way, which drone would I choose? Honestly, it is this one, the Antigravity A1. And it's for multiple reasons. Number one, it is super easy to fly thanks to the voice assistant and the way they set this thing up to where anyone can fly it without any issues. Now, every time that I fly it, it feels fun and something new, especially with the goggles that produce such a clear image with that 90-degree field of view. This feels very natural, super easy. I think that anyone can fly this drone without a problem. Now, in my other hand, I have the DJI Avata 360. And overall, it's a very good drone, and it actually has some features that the A1 is missing. For example, with the Avata 360, you can use the single lens mode, which allows you to run it in a FPV mode, where you can actually use a controller to capture first-person view shots. And with that, you also get 10-bit recording that professionals prefer for video editing. And honestly, the choice is clear with both of these drones. The win goes to the Antigravity A1, and you will enjoy this drone every time that you fly. So with that said, if you enjoyed this video and this comparison, go ahead, pick up this drone by using the links in the video description or the pinned comment below. My name's Ben, and we'll see you in the next one.